Is it working? Hello guys. Finally. I literally tried every single room in my house. On and off internet. Restarted my phone. Everything you guys told me to do. They're building a house across the street and I think it's messing up with everything. So that was a lot. I'm sorry. What's up guys? We are back with Sydney Sweet Reads and we have a new book, Again But Better by Christine Riccio. We are in my living room, so we're on the same level as Tank, so she might walk by. Just a heads up, she just finished eating. But I'm so glad this is working, you guys. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited to talk about this book. I am a huge fan. I'm obsessed with this book already. It is hilarious and Shane is so me, and I've been following along with everyone's tweets and all of your DMs, and you guys seem to be liking it too, so let's talk about some chapters. So we have chapter 1, which is Take a Chance, and we open with Shane saying, "I'm leaving the country because I have no friends." Literally me. She likes to write. She wants to be a writer, and she has a bunch of notebooks and Horcruxes where she like writes down tons of different things, and she writes down goals for herself. And I wanted to read the goals that she has that she opened up with because I thought they were hilarious. So, college take 2 study abroad goals. Kick ass at internship and turn it into a paid summer job, which is cool. Make friends you like to hang out with and who like to hang out with you. She goes, I'm gonna make friends. I'm gonna talk to people. I struggle with that. I'm always so jealous of girls that have like their group of friends that they've had for years, and I've always wanted that. Hit me up if you want to be a friend. Number 3, kiss a boy you like. Stop kiss blocking self. I'm so excited to see like what kiss blocking is and what she does when someone is about to kiss her. I think that's really funny. Number 4, have adventures in the city you're in. You've done nothing in New York City during the 2.5 years you've been there, you idiot. I've been in LA for many years now, and I say that to myself many times, so I like that. Number 6, start your great American writer, or write American novel. You spend an absurd amount of time trying to think of the perfect first sentence. Stop it, just write. So she wants to be a writer. She wants to write a book. It's pretty cool. So she's on a plane heading to London, and there's a lady with red hair sitting next to her on the plane, and she's reading her notes, and she asks Shane about him, or about them, and yes, she's 20, and she's never been kissed, and she did college wrong, and she says how to do college wrong. 1, don't make friends outside your dorm room. 2, don't get involved in extracurriculars you might enjoy, so she basically did nothing. 3, don't talk to people in your classes. 4, stay in binging every show the internet has to offer. 5, pick a super hard major to please your parents. Literally, me. So she's going to go to London to give herself a fresh start. She saw this literature and creative writing program online on the YU London site, and she just went for it. And it's what got her through her last week with her family on vacation with 10 boy cousins who were like from ages 11 to 19. And they just all make fun of her and they call her very antisocial. So when I read that first chapter, I knew I was going to like this book because I relate to Shane quite a bit. So chapter 2 is Make a Change. She says that she reread the So You're Going to Study Abroad pamphlet 500 times, which said to grab your bags and a buddy who's also going to the Charleston where they're going to stay. But she's allergic to finding a buddy. I don't know. I'm a dork and a klutz like Shane. So I thought that was hilarious. I hope you guys thought it was too. She's in flat C, room 3, and that's in the basement of the Carlston. As she's going down, she falls down the stairs with all her bags, and we meet a girl wearing a beret who's very fashionable with her pea coat, and it's like she's very 60s style. Her name's Babe, and we find out that she's like obsessed with Mickey Mouse. She's in the same room as Shane, and she's actually on the bottom bunk that Shane's on the top bunk. Shane plays the Beatles while unpacking. We find she loves the Beatles. Roommate number 3 is very tall. Her name's Sarah. She's pre-law and she's cool and effortless, something that Shane is jealous of. Shane has this Lost bracelet, has like all these numbers on it. That's a Lost reference, and a computer named Sawyer. Oh, side note, so her eyes are blue that flash gray, and mine do that too. I'm really hitting Shane on the nails. Oh yeah. In their room, there's a window that she opens and looks out into a small courtyard, and then another window into a kitchen. And then there's a cute boy, and he's washing dishes, and they smile at each other, and she freaks out, and automatically her brain goes, oh my god, are we gonna be in a relationship? How do I meet such boy? So she gets Babe to go over, and it's like this kitchen living area, and she meets Atticus, who's there too, and then she also is introduced to Pilot, like a pilot or the pilot of a TV episode, and she's like, do I put my hands on my hips? Do I put them down? I do that all the time when I'm talking to people. I'm like, what do I do with my hands? So usually I just like grab them. Chapter 3, Breathe, Just Breathe, which is what I need to do right now. She gets split up from her flatmates for orientation, which she's pretty bummed about. Afterwards, she goes back to the kitchen to work on her first blog post, and she plays some Beatles music. Pilot walks in, and they have a real conversation, and she learns that he's a musician, but he's there for a finance major. Shane wants to go to the grocery store to get some stuff, and he wants to come too, and they go to grab like their jackets and purses and things, and they see that their rooms are right across from another. I don't know about you, but that's convenient. So chapter 4 is I Think I'm Gonna Like It Here. She and Pilot go walk around London, but it's not a date, they just met. She's never been out of the country before, and she also doesn't know how often she should look at Pilot or not look at Pilot, which I think that's hilarious. She doesn't know if she's being weird, if she's not being weird. She then almost gets hit by a car, but Pilot saves her. She has a habit of playfully smacking people, which... okay. They get to the store called Tesco, and she grabs Nutella. You guys, I love Nutella. I would grab Nutella too. He asks her what kind of music she likes, and she feels like this is a very timid, hard question because he's a musician. But she says Beatles, and he loves them too, so that's great. As she's getting some sauce, she breaks a glass bottle and it goes everywhere. On their way back, she wants to call him Pies as a nickname and she says this out loud. She says, because they're warm, wonderful, and delicious. And then she stops herself and realizes how embarrassing she just sounded. He asks if she's going to write about their adventure. Yes, she is. And he wants to read. And her blog name is French Watermelon 19. I love it. She feels like they're getting closer and closer and their faces are about to touch. She looks down and she looks back up and he's away. So no, they did not kiss. I thought they were gonna kiss, but they did not kiss. Chapter 5, Open Your Eyes and See. Shane wakes up for an outing with the group. Waiting in the kitchen, she gets up when everyone joins, and the chair just ends up falling very loudly on the floor. I think we can totally tell she's a klutz. I love that. She's prepared with her crossbody under her jacket so no one can steal. This is a real thing. My mom, very adamant about that when I'm traveling, is you make sure that you have like a crossbody purse, put it under something so no one can put their hands in it or take it. She's prepared. She's very prepared. They go on a boat tour to a museum, and they all want to travel to more places, and Shane was already under the impression that they've traveled to London. That's pretty far, but she does want to go to Italy. So then we go into chapter 6, Nothing Standing in My Way. They ended up buying tickets to Rome for the weekend. She's very excited. She also has the first day of classes, and she feels like a loner again because none of the people in her flat are in the classes with her. But the teacher opens up with a prompt where every day they write to someone back home and you don't actually have to send it. And so she writes to her mom and her dad, and she ends up just loving this class, and it's the most fun she's had in school forever. After school, they're back in the flat, and Pilot walks in on Shane as she's writing, and he says that he actually read some of her stuff and thought it was funny. He's a nice guy. She asks if he likes cards because she wants to get some to play with the flat because they've been like trying to organize game nights. And he does, so they go on a search for the cards, and as they're out, they see a Starbucks, and Pilot's like, let's go inside, because clearly every guy thinks that girls like Starbucks. And the barista is the red-haired lady from the plane. Coincidence. Shane also doesn't know any drinks there. I don't either. I've actually never really ordered a drink from Starbucks unless it's water. So I'm on the same page as Shane. They find a Beatles store with Russian nesting dolls and Beatles cards, and they get really excited, and she's getting a lot of warm, fuzzy feelings with him. So that was chapters 1 to 6. I love this book. I'm obsessed with how relatable it is, and I think it's hilarious, and I can't wait to see like where everything goes in the relationship. Oh my gosh, I have my computer right here. I was literally walking around my entire house with my computer, the book, my notebook, and my phone, and a water bottle to prop my phone up to try and find a place. So let's see. So Danny said, I want to add that I relate to Shane so much. I've never met a character so like me. This is the first book I read in English. I'm Brazilian and I'm loving it. Thanks for this. That's amazing. I hope you're enjoying it. She also asked, does Shane have any characteristics that you relate to? Yes, so many. To the point that that's one of the reasons I love this book so much, is because it's reminding me that it's okay to be a dork, and it's okay to be a klutz, and it's okay to be silly and not know what you're doing, because so many college kids, teenagers, anybody in their 20s, like, we don't know what the hell we're doing, and it makes me feel better about the fact that I'm still trying to figure it all out. Let's see. From Rue Manoff. Pilot and Shane have such a cute and awkward relationship so far. Do you think something bad might happen to add some drama, or they'll end up together without any trouble? Ooh. I mean, I always love a little drama, so I think some drama definitely will happen, but I hope they end up together. But nothing's easy, so there has to be something. But we just have to wait and see. What's your favorite chapter so far? I really like chapter, I think 4, when they go out together and explore London, and then I really like the first chapter where you really get to be introduced to Shane's dorkiness, because that's what drew me to the book. From Bren18, is the group of friends Shane made still going to be friends with her after the study abroad? Is there a person in your life that relates to one of the characters? I hope that she's still friends. I think that was her whole goal in going to London, was to be able to create that group of friends that kind of lasts forever, because you had such an amazing memory together. And then person in my life, I mean, I really a lot to Shane. Other characters? I'll have to think about that. Babe kind of reminds me of my friend Karina, because she's really into Disneyland, and we want to go to Disneyland together when we can go back to Disneyland. I just hope that they stay friends forever, because I want to be friends forever with Karina. Let me see here. Someone, Montana DVKE goes, oh no, Shane is doing bad at reacting to people's names. She's doing horrible, which is hilarious. Mindless Salami says, I really wonder if all these lost references are some sort of foreshadowing for what happens next. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Now I'm kind of scared. I've actually never watched the whole show of Lost, and I feel like I should now. Have you guys seen the whole show? I need to check it out. Camille says, I really like the first chapter opens on taboo subjects. Life is not easy for everyone, and I feel that because of society standards and pressures like dating someone, being in college, family, you're more chances to feel as if you didn't matter while you do. I think that's also why I really liked the book too, is because there are so many standards in society that you feel like you have to live up to, and all these pressures, and if you don't actually succeed in that, then who are you? And Shane's still trying to figure it out. From Olivia Nichols 9, Shane's blog handle is French Watermelon 19. What would yours be? Also, fun fact, Christine's is Poland Bananas 20. Oh my god, I have to check that out. Mine? Well, I love cookies, and then I like berries, and my favorite number is 12. Cookies, cookie berries 12? I don't know. Oh man. Okay. Camille also said, Shane is so lonely, I want to hug her. Me too. Laylavera01 says, if Pilot and Shane don't end up together, I'm throwing hands. But I relate so much to Shane. It's terrifying to approach a guy, especially when you like them. This book is seriously relatable and highly recommend to everyone. Aw. It's terrifying approaching someone you like. I feel like, 1, I forget the English language. 2, I forget how to stand or move or what is that? Forget anything really. Yeah, I'm just a dork. Right now I'm out of breath. I literally ran around my house trying to find service. Okay. I'm gonna go from Gabs at Telembo. I love the author's note in the beginning of the book. What are your thoughts on it? Also, it's only been 50 pages and I want to be friends with the Flat 3 gang. I know, I do too. I really do. I loved her note. I felt like it definitely made the book more personable, and you just understand where she was coming from when she wrote it, and you kind of feel like you're along this journey with her, which I love that. She's writing from her own experiences, and when people do that, you relate to it. Let's see. I'm on the hashtag Sydney Sweet Reads on Twitter, but I posted that I didn't have service, so I'm having to go through a lot of stuff. Also Mindless Salami. While going to a grocery store with Pilot, Shane noticed that there are no street sign poles on the streets of London, and that was a culture shock for her. What was your biggest culture shock from traveling to other countries? Ooh. I've never been to London. I've always wanted to go to London. I think airports are always a big culture shock for me, because I get overwhelmed when you get so used to airports a certain way and then it's completely different when you travel. The drivers being on the other side of the car confuses me. I don't know how you do it. Other than that, I don't know. I love different cultures. I love going somewhere and just feeling like I'm out of the States. I like that. Everyone's so addicted. I love that. Okay, let's see. Queen M1212 says, since we cannot be traveling right now, this has been so refreshing as we get to explore London and hopefully other places. What was the favorite place you visited? Well, I'm really excited for them to go to Rome because Rome is one of my favorite places. I love Italy. I really wanted to go back to Italy this summer because I just feel really happy when I go. I love the Amalfi Coast. It's so beautiful and just everyone there is so kind. But yeah, I'm excited for them to go to Rome. I'm curious to see what their experience is and what they see, and I can't wait to see what other places they go to. Literally, Shane is living my dream. I've always wanted to do a study abroad program or go backpacking across the country and stay in different hostels. It'd be really cool. So I hope she enjoys her time. All right, so you guys, that was chapters 1 to 6. Let me see, I wrote down what chapters we'll do next. So we will read chapters 7 to 14. So you'll end on like page 104. I know it sounds like a lot, but the chapters aren't that long, so it's a good amount of time to read in a week. But thank you guys so much for joining and reading, and if you aren't reading, just joining our lives and watching me be me. But if you miss anything or you want to go back, they will be on Bustle's page, so thank you, Bustle. And thank you guys for waiting for the live to go live because I was having problems, but I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!